finally ready! You know, I went through quite a few supers to get it worthy to fight you.
Soon, where Toontown once stood will be a string of gas stations.
This is gold, Mr. Bond. All my life I've been in love with its color.
Tire salons, automobile dealerships.
How do you think I got rich? I invented weapons, and now I have a weapon that only I can defeat.
Dude, I was raised by ocelots. I mean, literally, disowned by my parents and raised by Central American wildcats. And
wonderful, wonderful billboards reaching as far as the eye can see.
But you are worth it. I mean, after all, I am your biggest fan.
My God. It'll be beautiful.
Villains monologuing is one of the oldest tropes there is, and it's a trope that is often deservedly mocked. However, I think there's a chance that we've been too harsh on villains monologuing, and there's a way to make it great. In fact, Red Death from Venture Brothers as the classic gentleman villain has shown us the way.
Lessons not over, Sonny.
Hi there everyone, Lars here from Camille's Harem. Not just a podcast for novice writers by novice writers, but also a YouTube channel by novice writers for novice writers. Because writing is an adventure, it's more fun with friends. Now, the trope of the villainous monologue is pretty old. Made famous in plays and epic poetry, the villains were required to deliver an epic diatribe explaining their motivations and evil plots in detail so the audience could follow along. From Shakespeare's baddies to classic comics, people got used to the bad guys explaining everything. And when you stop to think about it, the trope is doing a lot of heavy lifting. It's a helpful info dump that allows us to connect with the bad guy, understand the plot, and either have a sense of catharsis or ratchet up the tension. But superhero and spy stories took the villain's monologue and turned it into a way for the hero to turn the tables by either buying some critical time to avert disaster or learn a crucial bit of information that unravels the bad guy's dastardly scheme.
Any last words?
You got any sunscreen?
Got any... What? No.
You know, letting me lead you outside, probably not your sharpest decision.
And, my love, it is your blood that shall keep me beautiful.
I think if you're going to kill someone, kill them. Don't stand there talking about it.
Syndrome's remote!
Because of this fun twist to the villain's monologue trope, it kinda ruined the whole thing, especially as creators got more sophisticated with writing characters, conveying intent, and building tension through a drip feed of information rather than relying on a wordy info dump. However, that doesn't mean that the villainous monologue has lost its purpose and impact beyond getting mocked in story. In fact, Red Death offers up a monologue that leaves you wriggling in your seat from sheer awe and discomfort. The background to this amazing scene is as follows. The old-school villain Red Death knocks out and ties up Blind Rage, a newer bad guy from a different villain's organization, for insulting his ally, Mrs. the Monarch, and for getting on his nerves in general.
Downey, you're gonna bust a hip there, old man.
Better all be there.
When Blind Rage comes to, he's aware that he's been gagged and tied to a railroad track. Red Death begins taunting him with a lesson about how the old-school gentleman villains used to kill their victims by tying them to train tracks or simple bombs made of TNT and a ticking alarm clock. Why? Well, because this method was cheap, effective, personal, and taunted the victims with hope. Hope for an escape. If they just had the time, the means, or if luck was on their side. And every sentence is dripping with the satisfaction Red Death feels from winning. He knows that Blind Rage can feel that he is on the killing track, and even if he does escape, Red Death is confident that it doesn't matter. He has won, and he has gotten his message across. And as he rides off on his flying horse, Red Death has done something incredible. In a show known for subverting old tropes, this old gentleman villain has subtly confirmed the true power of a villainous monologue. It is the catharsis of the bad guy winning. A villainous dialogue packs a punch when it's the bow on top of the villain's victory. You can compare the scene even to when the Joker gloats over burning the mobster's cash in The Dark Knight, or his corruption of Harvey Dent. And you can travel outside of superhero stories and fantasy and see how Maldor breaks Galloran and his capture of Jason in the book Beyonders, A World Without Heroes. In each of those moments, the monologue seals the deal that the villain has won this round. Their emotional release combined with a diatribe of details and taunts either proves that they have won, or in some cases, their monologue is the key to utterly destroying their opponent. This is when a villainous monologue is at its best, when it signals the villain's victory. It conveys to the audience that this person is a true threat to be feared, while also delivering information about the plot and letting us get a glimpse into the bad guy's heart and mind. Like I said, this trope does a lot of heavy lifting if used properly. Now, if you're still rolling your eyes about villainous monologues and think that they still only have limited applications, I submit some of my own work as an example. In my series, The Legend of the Ten Lords, a couple of bad guys love shooting their mouths. The Dark Lord Sean, yes I know, it's a very imposing name, isn't it? Has a lot to say and delivers his monologues with plenty of confidence. But if you're paying attention, they also give you an idea of just how close he is to losing control over the war that he started. You also come to realize how lonely he is, and that his monologuing is in many ways a sad and misdirected attempt at connection and communication. Dialogue is a very powerful tool in writing, and sometimes a one-way conversation conveys more details than you first realize. So don't go knocking any old trope, and let's see what kind of good you can do in your own stories with a well-executed villainous monologue.
I'm Syndrome, your nemesis at it!
Loudmouth buff guys in spandex.
If you're looking for more great writing advice, reviews, analyses, and more, then please check out our other videos here on our channel. If you'd like to support the work that we do, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and check out the books that we have published. Links for them are in the description below. Thank you so much for joining us on this delightful diatribe of diabolical villainy that we call writing, and until the next video, y'all, tschüss.